If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Welcome to Billy Ho Sports. Thank you for tuning in. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to like and comment on the videos. I hope you enjoy the show. Now, let's go. Hello, Billy Ho here. Week 5 NFL. Doing a little DraftKings video today. Before we start, welcome to Billy Ho Sports. I'm glad to have you watching. And I do have an announcement. There will be an upcoming NFL free contest on DraftKings that will be sent exclusive invite to all Billy Ho subscribers. A little over 203, 205 or so subscribers. Once we hit 250 subscribers, the free contest will run and the prizes will be $250 worth of prizes. And I think what we'll end up doing, and I'll check with the Squirrel Man on this to see if it's cool with him, but 200 up top to first, and then 30 for second, and 20 for third. That way we got a big, like our own little quarter hundy maker. We call it not a millie maker. It's a hundy maker. So that we'll just do a super top heavy prize like that. And hopefully we'll get as many DK usernames as we can. And that is what I'm putting to you. If you have subscribed to this channel and you play on DraftKings and you have a DraftKings username, post it in the comments, and I'll go ahead and say the video that I did with Jose, the Squirrel Man, on how he won his 10K is the most important place to put it. That way I'll find it easier. But if you want to put it here, I'll go searching through NFL videos. I always check comments. So if I find DK usernames and you have subscribed, you will get an invite. Just keep that in mind. There is a Twitter thread that will take you right to where you want to go. You retweet the thread, give a like, and reply with your DK username. That's cool too, because what that does, each of these methods gives me a way to privately contact you to get your Cash App info, PayPal or Venmo, so you can get your money. Remember that. If you want to get paid and you're in this contest, there needs to be a way for me to designate your username with a private way to contact you. So that's enough of that. Announcement number 2. Billy Ho's handle on Twitter has changed. It is at Billy Ho Sports on Twitter. 10 times easier than Billy 40. So no excuses. Get out there and give Billy Ho a follow. Billy Ho Sports at Twitter. So there we go. Now, week 5, 12 games, London game in the morning. It's Green Bay. So make sure you got your guys set and go from there. So be sure to stick around for the whole video because I've got quarterbacks and I got one down low quarterback, a couple maybe that people maybe not be thinking about. And so let's take a look at some quarterbacks. All right. And I'm not just going to go straight up top. I will get to Josh Allen in a moment, but I wanted to talk Tom Brady first because I thought, damn, and I guess me, like maybe great minds think alike, I guess. But now all I'm hearing is, wow, Tom Brady, 6K, that's way too cheap. Blah, blah, blah. He's got Godwin back, blah, blah, blah. So now Tom Brady, you can just pencil him in as the highest owned quarterback on Slate. He leads it off, but he's crushed Atlanta. I mean, there's no reason not to play him. And normally quarterback ownership doesn't get out of hand. And, you still do have Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts that people will pay up for. So that should temper ownership some. And the Q tag, maybe, I don't know if that'll affect anything or not, but it's shoulder finger. It's probably just soreness. The dude's, my age and shit. So anyway, great play. You know who to stack him with, Evans. And I talked about it on the Game Stack show. I might even go onslaught and go Evans and Godwin because they're cheap. They're sub 7K. Evans and Godwin's down here too. 5,900. That's dirt cheap for Godwin, and he's going to be good to go. So Q tag aside, and then you got, I don't know. I think they said there's some punt tight ends, but I'm not even trying to punt tight end. I've been paying for that since we started the season. But who else you could throw in there? Fournette, 6,900 playoff Lenny. He'd be getting targets, so he's in there too. So you got three different options there. It's not super expensive. You can still maybe get up to Cup if you punt defense and you get a 3 to 4K wide receiver. You can get to Cup. So I know a lot of people are going to want to do that. So that's what I got to say about there. Godwin being back is a boost, so he throws to running back. So Fournette's in there. So on to Josh Allen. Everybody wants to talk about Josh Allen, and 8,200 actually sounds kind of cheap, which is crazy. So he's back home after that big win he pulled out in the sideways rain in Baltimore, and he's going up against Pittsburgh, who, believe it or not, is bottom 5 in points allowed to wide receivers. And they have actually played the Jets, the Browns, the Patriots, and Cincinnati week 1, which was terrible. So I have to think Allen's going to carve this defense up. Diggs, maybe he goes lesser owned because of the everybody has to have Cup. And, of course, Jefferson's right there too. So people are going to be like, well, I'm going to be smart, and I'm going to pivot off Diggs, and I'm going to go down here and grab Gabe Davis for 6,400, or McKenzie if he clears concussion protocol, or there's Shakira down there everybody's raving about, who caught 2 passes, but he's a rookie. And you also got Singletary. Actually, I don't think Singletary's a bad idea out of the backfield. I don't know what his price is going to be. 6,100 is a bit pricey for me. I like him more in this 5,600 range, because he does get this, which is decent volume. But if he doesn't get in the end zone, he's not going to pay off. So, but if he gets one of these 11 target games like that, but I don't think this is going to be one of those games, so I'll probably pass, because I think Josh Allen will pass, and he's going to be chucking it all over the field on this defense. It may get out of hand early, so you may get, say if you want to fade this game and play somebody like Cook or Moss or something like that, because you also have Kenny Pickett in this game, who has some weapons, and you can go the other side. His connection with George Pickens is no doubt. I can't see anything wrong there. You got those 2 rookies were taking a lot of snaps together in camp and preseason. So you also have DJ, Deontay Johnson, Claypool, and Freiermuth. So Pickett called his own number at the goal line twice last week. So I don't know if that could be a trend or not. I'm Najee Harris is off the board for me anyway. He's got that foot problem. He's got the crap offensive line. Obviously, Pickett's calling his own number because Harris can't punch it in. That's just my opinion. So stacking that side of it could get you paying down on the run back, and then you can get to Cup. So you have that. And then also the next quarterback on the list is obviously going to be Jalen Hurts, and I will combine him since they're in the same game with Kyler Murray. I think both are in play. Hurts priced correctly, so you have to pay up for the upside. You pretty much know it's rinse and repeat his wide receivers. It's A.J. Brown, it's Devontae Smith, and it's Dallas Goedert. And it's pretty similar on the other side with Kyler Murray, although not as impressive. You have Hollywood Brown, Zach Ertz, and Rondale Moore. So that's a cheaper version of the same type of stack. I think Rondale Moore could have I think they all got good floors, but I think Rondale Moore, he played a lot of snaps last week. and he will definitely be more involved. So we got all that going on. Kyler Murray, he at home, he always seems to scramble around. He's a guy that can get in the end zone calling his own number, and he should do that a lot more. He wasn't terrible last week in the big win against Carolina at Carolina, which is Carolina is a good defense. So that's encouraging to see him perform at that level. And 26, 12 attempts is encouraging as well. He may do some rushing because Philly can flat put the pressure on you. So beware of that. Now, next up, I think we'll go ahead and move on to the next quarterback on the list. This is going to be a short video because it kind of correlates with the Game Stacks video. So you really already know all these guys I mentioned. So the next guy I'm going to do is Matt Stafford. He's $400 more than Brady, which may keep people off him. He hasn't really been getting there. He gets his wide receivers there, which might lead to this game being a mini stack where you could take Kupp and Higbee, run it back with Lamb, and leave both quarterbacks out and still probably get there. So if you've got the salary, you could get to a guy that might, for all we know, you could probably play Jalen Hurts naked or something, or Josh Allen naked, either one of them, and then just run that stack. So Matt Stafford, I think it's a get right game. I already said that in the other video for the Chargers. The Cowboys do run kind of that slow, methodical offense with Cooper Rush, and they can move the ball. Cooper Rush has shown he can move the ball up and down the field and eat clock. It's just they kick a lot of field goals and then they get one touchdown. So that it's kind of like that. So you got Kupp, Higbee, Skoranovich, or whatever that guy's name is. Also, I don't like any of the running backs because I think Dallas defense is pretty good. Either way, I don't think the Cowboys' run offense is going to be much very effective. They were largely pretty good against San Francisco, except for that one breakthrough play Jeff Wilson had for the touchdown. So the problem with Stafford would be why he got two wide receivers there and he didn't get there is because they bogged down in the red zone terribly last week and all season long, really, because they kicked 3 field goals and they should have scored at least 2 touchdowns there. So, like I said, mini stack possible. Kupp and Higbee are obviously the 2 top plays. And then Lamb's the good run back. If you can't afford Lamb, maybe Gallup, and then also Noah Brown, who's still getting a lot of playing time, even though Gallup was back. So keep that on your radar. And we'll go to our next guy who's one of my favorites, and I think one of everybody's favorite now after we all poo-pooed and shit on him last year when he wasn't any good under the worst coach ever and Urban Meyer is Trevor Lawrence. Yay. I'm throwing out Philly game last week, sideways rain, wind. They got a big lead early, so they were probably trying to conserve that more. He threw only 23 times, which is the least all season. He's going to be back up to 35 to 40 this week. Even if they have a lead on Houston, I think they'll throw on them. They obviously can run on them. So James Robinson is in the mix there. But also, I think Etienne might be the cheap option to play with him because if they do get a lead, they may want to save and keep Robinson healthy as they like him the best and get Etienne more experience in the backfield. So that's a sneaky way to go about it. They have Zay Jones back this week, and you obviously have to go Kirk, always your number one click in a stack. Brandon Cooks, obviously the first click on the run back. Pierce can be in there, or you want to run Burkhead, but that's about all I would want from the other side of that. So moving on, I told you I was jumping around a little bit. Jump up, and get down. Boy, that was lame. Kirk Cousins, still a guy I don't feel good about paying up for. He's kind of in that Stafford boat. He seems to be able to get 2 receivers there, but then, you get rushing touchdowns with Cook or even Jefferson got a rushing touchdown, which jacked him last week. But he was very efficient, 25 of 38, 273 and a touchdown. And like I said, he got the Jefferson got the rushing touchdown, and you know, you also got Dalvin Cook getting healthier. I don't think Dalvin Cook even has an injury tag. So the thing I was talking about in the game stack was if they actually get ahead of Chicago, which I can see definitely happening, I think Dalvin Cook might be rested a little bit more in the second half, and then you can get in some Alexander Madison. So I keep that on my radar. But Cook, I mean, he's solid. The one thing I like about Cook playing him is it's 1 o'clock. He's at home, and that's where you want. That's his wheelhouse. So keep an eye on that one. 6,300. And here is, like I promised, low key special. I don't know if he's on anybody's radar or not, but I mean, Louisville's own Teddy Bridgewater came in for the injured Tua last week and went 14 of 23 for a $193 and a touchdown. Not too bad, really. And these are probably the best wide receivers Teddy Bridgewater's ever sniffed. So you got Tyreek Hill and you got Jalen Waddle. And I believe, let's see, what I was going to say, I was wondering if we had Q tags here. Waddle still has that groin issue. So he might have been somewhat limited in that game Thursday night. People will see that and go, God, he was terrible. But that groin might have caused him problems because it was a Thursday night game coming right off of the Sunday game where they, I believe, threw everything they possibly had on the field to beat Buffalo. So that was a letdown spot for them. So I'll forgive that. And then they get 10 days to regroup and prepare to go to New York for the Jets. And they are gettable, I would say. So I like Waddle. And you got to go up here to Hill, obviously, I believe. Yeah, Tyreek, 8K. That's a little high. But, I mean, for that kind of volume, that's insane. So he can get loose. So that's not a bad idea right there. You get Teddy, and you want to take a look at that and see what it looks like real quick. We'll just throw that in there and put a little Waddle action. And then we go down, down, down. And they didn't make Teddy Bridgewater super cheap, 5,400. I mean, he's priced right there with Mariota and Jimmy G and Cooper Rush and Geno Smith, who blew up last week, and even pretty close to Trevor Lawrence. So people are going to pay the 200 to get to Trevor Lawrence. So he's going to go unowned. Now, I don't know who you would want to run back on the other way. But if you click on, but you got plenty of options. It's not like you don't. I mean, Breece Hall got the Q tag. You could do whoever, if Breece Hall, something happened to him, knee injury, they may hold him out. They've been kind of really, really safe with him so far this season, giving him limited action. That was the most action at Pittsburgh he's gotten all year. And then he comes away with a knee injury, but he's double digits every week. So 5,400, you could do worse as a run back. I would take, if he's in, I would take him over Carter because he's obviously starting to take more command. But then you got guys over here, and with Zach back, you got Corey Davis, safe floor. I don't know what he did with Garrett Wilson. They did try to connect. He threw to him 6 times. I'm liking Garrett Wilson. They got another week of practice. Elijah Moore is not bad either. 53 yards. I mean, these are guys that are not blow-up candidates, but they're run backs. And you can actually skip the run back if you wanted to. It's all good with me. Sometimes you got that team on the other side, and it's not really worth paying the freight. So that's going to do it for the quarterback show. Coming up soon, next video is going to be the tight end show, and I'm going to do that right next. We'll see if we can't find some low-owned gems in that. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like I said earlier, leave your DraftKings username in the comments or follow the Twitter thread so we can hook up. And I want to get this contest going in the next couple of weeks. So hopefully we get that 250 subscribers. And I'm pushing. I'm going to get at least 100 people in there. There's subscribers on my YouTube channel that I don't know if they play DraftKings or if they just subscribe. So it's really hard to parse through that kind of stuff. And some people don't advertise that they've even subscribed to your channel. So and I'm not going to go through and start messaging people to say, hey, do you play DraftKings? You're a sub. No, it's up to you. You put your DraftKings name in the thread on Twitter at Billy Ho Sports, or you put it in the comments section of one of these NFL videos. I'll find it. You'll get an invite and we'll go from there. So until the next video, thanks for watching. See you soon.